the reason you haven't reached your potential isn't because you lack talent, but because you're ignoring 3 silent principles that made Bruce Lee unstoppable? Today, you'll discover Bruce Lee's 3 unspoken rules to become #1 in anything: career, mindset, or life itself. Welcome to 5-Minute Genius, where smart people learn to play life at a higher level. Now, without wasting time, let's start with Rule number 1. Be like water. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. That is Bruce Lee's most famous line, but most people never truly understand what he meant. It's not just poetic philosophy. It's a performance principle. When Bruce Lee said be like water, he was describing the mindset of radical adaptability. Water doesn't argue with obstacles, it flows around them. Most people, however, do the opposite. When life changes direction, they resist, complain, or freeze. Here's the truth. The faster you adapt, the faster you evolve. Think about it. In business, relationships, or personal growth, the people who stay flexible grow the fastest. When others see obstacles, they see openings. Bruce built his entire martial art Jeet Kune Do around this idea. He rejected rigid styles and created a philosophy of use what works. So, what does this mean for you? Stop identifying yourself by one fixed label. I'm just a student. I'm not creative. I'm an introvert. Instead, see yourself as fluid. Someone who can learn anything and bend in any direction life requires. Here is a pattern interrupt. If you poured water into a teacup and then told it to be more confident, it would probably say, I am confident. I just become whatever I need to. That's what Bruce did. He shifted from martial artist to movie star, philosopher, and cultural icon, not by chasing identities, but by staying empty enough to transform. Dear viewer, if you like this video and if this kind of mindset excites you, hit that subscribe button for more deep, life-changing insights just like this. Welcome again to 5-Minute Genius, where we turn wisdom into action. Now let's continue back to the video with rule number 2, sharpen your weapon. Bruce once said, the successful warrior is the average man, with laser-like focus. Focus. That was Bruce Lee's second unspoken rule. He treated his mind and body like weapons, both needing daily sharpening. Most people think success comes from doing more, but Bruce mastered the art of doing less but better. He eliminated distractions with surgical precision. When training, he would ask himself 2 questions. Does this move make me faster? Does this bring me closer to mastery? If the answer was no, he dropped it instantly. Now, pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many useless moves are cluttering your daily routine? Endless scrolling, comparing, starting again? Bruce understood something we forget. Energy is finite. The more things you say yes to, the less sharp your blade becomes. He didn't just train his body, he trained his discipline. Hours of kicking drills, repetitive punches, meditations, and mindset work. He wasn't obsessed with looking busy. He was obsessed with refinement. Here's a simple analogy. Imagine your attention as sunlight. When scattered, it warms things. But when focused through a magnifying glass, it burns through steel. You want to be that focused. Choose one direction and attack it with 10x intensity. Bruce sharpened not just his physical form but his mental discipline. He read philosophy, psychology, and self-development books daily. He wrote over 8,000 personal notes on the nature of mastery and mindset. That's the hidden part. He wasn't just muscle, he was mind. Rule number 3. Defeat the inner opponent. Bruce's third unspoken rule might be the most important. He believed that the real fight wasn't physical, it was spiritual. He said, if you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. To Bruce, the biggest enemy wasn't another fighter. It was doubt, the hesitation before action, the fear of imperfection. He trained his mind to move decisively, even when uncertain. Most of us waste years fighting imaginary enemies. The voice that says, what if I fail? Or what will they think? But Bruce understood that hesitation kills momentum faster than defeat ever could. He had his own doubts. When Hollywood rejected him because of his accent, he didn't sulk. He wrote down his vision, I will be the first Oriental superstar in America, and taped it to his wall. That's not ego. That's clarity backed by belief. So he kept acting, training, writing, producing. And when Enter the Dragon finally hit, everything he envisioned became real. This rule is simple but not easy. Defeat yourself first, and the world follows. Here's how to apply it. Whenever you hesitate, act within 5 seconds. This interrupts fear's power over you. Replace "can I do this?" with "how can I learn this?" And most importantly, visualize victory daily. Confidence is a muscle. Train it like Bruce trained his kicks. And here's a truth bomb. Every time you delay a decision out of fear, the inner opponent grows stronger. But every time you act, no matter how small, you cut that opponent down. So decide, act, adjust, move. That's Bruce Lee's hidden training routine in life form. The hidden connection between all 3 rules. If we connect all 3 of Bruce Lee's unspoken rules, they form a simple but unstoppable formula for becoming number 1 in anything. Be adaptable. Flow around obstacles instead of resisting them. Be focused. Concentrate all your energy into one direction. Be fearless. Win the fight within before facing the world outside. Water, weapon warrior. That's the flow, focus, and fire of mastery. Modern life tries to overload us with noise, trends, opinions, distractions. But Bruce's simplicity cuts through all of it. He didn't chase motivation, he built momentum. He didn't seek attention, he developed intention. And that's how he became a legend, not because he wanted to be famous, but because he refused to be ordinary. One more pattern interrupt. If Bruce Lee were alive today, he'd probably scroll through social media for 5 minutes, drop one epic quote, and then disappear to go master something else. Meanwhile, the rest of us would still be overthinking captions. Final message and outro of this video. You don't need to fight thousands of battles to become great. Just the one between your potential and your excuses. Remember, flow like water, sharpen your weapon. Defeat your inner opponent. That is how you rise above the noise and master life the way Bruce Lee mastered movement. If you found value in this video, don't just nod and move on, act on it. And before you do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to 5-Minute Genius, and hit the bell icon so you never miss weekly strategies for living, thinking, and performing like a genius. This is 5-Minute Genius, where wisdom becomes your weapon. Until next time, be water, my friend.